Welcome, everyone. I have a question for you, or a few. Have you tried growing your own business using speaking? You've heard that's a really good strategy. However, have you found or thought that it's really not as easy as it was all chalked up to be? Maybe you're wondering how to find speaking gigs. Do you have a platform? Do you have a guide? Do you have a strategy? Well, we are in luck today because we have with us the one and only business growth and marketing expert, Michela Quilici. She's also Women's Speakers Association's very own Director of Operations and Training for the Global Business Connector program. Welcome, Michela.
Hi, Laura. Good to be here.
I am thrilled to have you here. And there's a couple of reasons why, because today we're going to be talking about the fastest way to get more speaking opportunities. So why don't we just jump to the chase? What is the fastest way?
I love how you just jump in. The fastest way is to monetize your own speaking platform. That's
What?
it.
That was too easy. Okay, but no, it's really not easy. What the heck is your own speaking platform mean? What does it mean to have it? And why is it the fastest way?
Well, here is what I know for sure. What I would love to share with the audience today is that your own platform is a business strategy for growth. And if you want to get noticed, get more clients, get more profitable in your business, you need to give platform to your message so that you can get more access to the people and the opportunities to get that level of exposure that you need to take your business to the next level, to convert that visibility into more clients, more speaking opportunities, more product sales. So when people think of speaking, I oftentimes hear even some of our members talk about how they want to find more stages to speak on. They ask, how do I get more speaking opportunities? And so what I'm suggesting here is that you flip it around and you actually think of it, instead of going out to find stages to speak on, that you build your own stage, that you create your own platform. So that means creating your own stage and growing your own community, growing your own audience, so that you can speak whenever you want to them in whatever format you want. Once you have your own stage and once you build your community and build your audience, that gives you more credibility. It gives you more leverage to then go out and speak on other people's stages, and you have something to offer other speakers to be able to speak on your stage, and that elevates you and that elevates the whole experience.
Wow. So you just flipped the whole speaking industry and marketing via speaking on its head, right? It's not about finding speaking opportunities, about creating them. Okay, but how does someone even start? And how did you even get into this? Like, why don't we back way up and say, okay, well, where did this come from? What's your background? Where are you? How did you come to this?
So as a business growth and marketing expert, I've been working in this field of business for, I guess, 19 years now. And I've helped women and business owners and entrepreneurs through my coaching and consulting, really to be seen and be heard, and to be able to get noticed and get clients through brand positioning, marketing strategy, business growth systems, and really showing up as a leader. And that has really come from my background and my own personal story about not being heard and suppressing my voice and hiding in plain sight for many, many years. So I've dedicated my life to really coming out and owning my voice, and then supporting others to do the same, so that we have influence, so that we can make an impact. And my vision is to inspire 1 million women in business to own their voice, spread their message, so they can be seen, make an impact, and transform the lives of their clients, of their communities, and the world. And so I've taken all of that background and that vision, and I have now, in collaboration with the Women's Speakers Association, have co-created this initiative called the Global Business Connector program. And through this program, and working with Gail really closely, we've created this plug and play system for leaders to really own and monetize their own platform so they can create leverage and speak to wider audiences. And so I coach and mentor and train our connectors to do this. And so we share, would love to share today, and we share with our connectors, but would love to share today our lessons learned from over 15 years of on the ground experience of running probably over 2,000 events and supporting many community leaders across the globe to launch their own platform and to grow their membership community and to monetize that community.
Cool. So let's dive right in. What are some strategies for growing your platform, for being able to what we say monetize your own platform, right? And I'm sure there's mistakes you've learned along the way that people should avoid. Maybe you can enlighten us on that as well.
Absolutely. And, this discussion will be valuable for people who are maybe trying to do this on their own with little success, or they're struggling to get traction. Maybe they're tired of the hustle without the monetary reward of putting on events or trying to grow a community and sustain that. Or for people who want to do this but don't know where to start. So I've got 5 key strategies. I've got some costly mistakes that you definitely want to avoid that through our experience we've learned that people make when they launch their own speaking platform and try and grow their own communities. So the first one is you definitely need to create a compelling vision statement for why you are building a network, why you are building a local community or a local audience or a membership around you. Don't make it about you. As soon as the leader thinks that it's about them and that it's their stage and it's all about them, that's when you lose your leverage and your community will start to disengage. One of the first things we do in the program is we create or work with the connectors to create a really compelling vision statement, one that ties to the community leader's personal why and their vision that she has for her members. It's really powerful to stand up at the front of the room and share the vision that you have for your community. In my opinion, that's what really good leaders do. They cast a vision and call out something greater for their people that they might not be able to see for themselves. That is a super attraction factor. And that keeps people coming back to your community for more when they see that your vision is to support them, not to support or line, your pockets and it's all about you, but you're making it about them. And that just makes everything come alive and really gets them on board with wanting to be part of what you are creating. Laura, I think you're on mute.
Thank you. I think it's really important to bring about the greater good, the vision you have for your community, because it's how you grow a tribe. It's like people want to rally around not just, oh, me, me, me. It's like, let's rally together around everyone doing this vision or creating this vision or benefiting each other. So it's super strategy. So what do they do next after they got this amazing mission and vision for their community? Then what?
The second thing is to develop a crystal clear, ideal member profile for who you want to then attract to your community. We know that saying, some of us know the saying, birds of a feather flock together. To build a thriving community with sold out events and waiting lists month over month, year over year, you have to be clear about who the community is for. As soon as it becomes for everyone, oh, we want to serve everybody. I hear this from people all the time. This community is for everyone. Everyone is welcome. Although that's great in theory, it doesn't work in practical terms in the long term. You lose your leverage. People want to be reflected. They want to see themselves in the room. So if you're trying to have, corporate people and nonprofits, you've got business owners, you've got all sorts of people in the room. They might come a couple of times to see what's going on, but they may not necessarily stay because it's brand confusion. To be honest, it's confusing, and they might not think they're in the right place. So this is a critical component of the program. Each connector is called forward to articulate specifically who they want in the room. When they know who they're focusing on, then we can help them develop very specific marketing strategies around how to prospect, how to generate awareness, and how to get the word out to those particular people. And we've all heard this before. When you focus, your marketing becomes 10 times easier. When you're focused on a particular type of niche or avatar, you've heard people say, or a profile of a type of person, marketing becomes so much easier and your message becomes so much clearer and crisper.
I love that because, it also not only does your message become clear, you work smarter, not harder. Right? And that's what we are all about here. And I know the Global Business Connector program is about that. So do you have any more strategies for growing this community, for monetizing your speaking platform and creating the speaking opportunities for yourself? I love this.
I do. I have three more. So this is the third one. Know your unique differentiator. There are thousands, as we all know, there are thousands of networks and communities out there. So why would your members choose to join your community? And not only join, I'm not talking about come to one event or one gathering here and there. I'm talking about link arms with you. I'm talking about buy into your vision and pay you money every month to be part of what you are building. Having a really strong value proposition is the glue that keeps your members coming back to your events and being part of your community and showing up month over month. So if you can't clearly articulate the value that your members receive by joining your tribe, your community versus your competitor, you're going to see drop off. You're going to see member deactivations. You're going to see that people may not be all that interested. And it can't just be about the speaker you're showcasing that month or the fact that you have some special way of networking or that kind of thing. That's not enough. If you're trying to differentiate yourself that way, you won't stand out that way. So, for example, at Women's Speakers Association, we're not a networking group. We're not a membership organization. I mean, that's how we, that's how you join, is by becoming a member, but that's not who we are. We are very clear about who we are and who we aren't. We're a platform. We're a platform for women with a message. We give people access to tools and resources, whether they want to clarify and own their voice, market and monetize their message, scale and leverage their business. That's who we are. And it makes your marketing and enrollment so much easier when you can stand in your message and you're either compelling or repelling people. That's what you want. If you're blending in, it's the worst thing you can do, because then you fall into this place of having to convince people why you're different and convince people to come to your event, and then you're hustling. So if you want to remove the hustle, definitely put some of these strategies in place.
I love what you're saying. This is fabulous, to be able to think about your business and creating this community from a standpoint of, focused attention, what's in it for them, and then strategies. So then what's next?
Credibility. Credibility is key. So what makes you, as a community leader, the woman to know? The bottom line is people will join because of you. So what makes you an authority and expert that people want to follow? What makes you attractive to people? Why should people follow you specifically? It's really hard to grow and sustain community if you're trying to do it alone, if you're maybe kind of a one-woman show kind of a thing. That's a really, really tough sell, because essentially then what happens is you start having to feel like you have to then start selling yourself, which is what we want to avoid, because back to key strategy number one, it's not about you. It's not about it's not about selling yourself here. That's not what we're doing. It can take years to build your own brand. It took Women Speakers Association 10 years to do that already. So it's so much easier when you have leverage, when you are partnering up. And for example, with Women Speakers Association, if you're not being seen as that woman to know, if you don't have that leverage, so here's an example. It's the difference between picking up the phone and calling, a Fortune 500 company and saying, "Hi, I'm an executive business coach in LA, and I work with women leaders. Would love to set up a call to learn more about how I might be able to help your women leaders." Versus saying, "Hi, I'm an executive business coach and I'm a global business connector for the city of Los Angeles. We represent, as a brand, we represent thousands of women leaders in over 120 countries around the world. And I would love to talk to you about how you can leverage our platform for developing your women leaders in your organization. Would you like to set up a call?" Which woman do you think is going to get the meeting?
Woohoo! I know. You get some eyebrows raised. They'll be like, "Tell me more." You'll get your foot in the door, and then you can be really with your clear of your vision, and you're offering them something big versus, "Oh, I'm trying to offer you something big," right? But that you don't yet have it. So if you don't yet have it, I love how you say leverage the power of a platform. The Women Speakers Association is that platform. We have that global international presence for women, probably the largest for women all over. I'm not saying that out of any data, but I just know that we're in, like you said, 120 countries. If you're watching this for the first time and you haven't even checked out Women Speakers Association, want to know what we're all about, go to joinwsa.com. If you know you're ready to become uh, a leader in your community, then Michela, can they talk to you?
They can, yes.
Great. Would the best first step be to go to wsalive.com and start checking that out? And
Yeah. Go to wsalive.com. We have a fantastic, Gail and I have provided an informational video there. So we encourage you to watch the video. And if it resonates with you, fill out the application form. It doesn't commit you to anything. What it does is it opens up a conversation with us to see if it's a good fit, because it has to be a good fit either way. We're going to be in partnership in doing this together. So I encourage you to have a look at the video and just reach out. Let's have a conversation, and don't let anything stand in your way of having the conversation, of taking a look at this opportunity, because you never know what could come out of that conversation.
And after all, we are talking about the Global Business Connector program is that fastest way to get more speaking opportunities. I mean, I just love the way you're helping leaders in their regions become more prominent, but also at the same time being more prominent on a national and global level. So that's the benefit of Women Speakers Association. Just want to give a little shout out here to Gail and to Carla for watching us today. Are there any other strategy, or what about common mistakes? Are there any mistakes people should avoid here
Oh my goodness.
when they're leveraging, when they're trying to build their platform?
Oh my goodness, yes. And I've been trying to including a few of them as we go here, but here's one. Your community is a business growth strategy. This is an extension of your business. You've got to treat it like that. This isn't a hobby. This is something you're going to do off the side of your desk. If you have a community already, if you are trying to take that community to the next level, if you're looking to take that community and monetize it, then you're in a much better position than others who are at the infancy stage of wanting to grow this. But either way, be serious about it, because it's much bigger than just that, much bigger than just the community. And hopefully we've shared a little bit about that here with you today, but your community is a product and it should be monetized. You should be monetizing every single event. I know a lot of women feel like they, I hear a lot of women say, well, it's okay if I just break even. It's okay. I don't need to make money off of this. Why not? I mean, it's you're putting in your time. What's happening is, if you're not making money, if you're breaking even, what's happening is actually you're losing money, and you're losing opportunity, and you're losing money because you're not even getting compensated for the hours and hours and effort and time that you have taken to grow and nurture these people in your community, and pour into them, and put on an event and facilitate a discussion. You're not getting paid for any of that if you're not monetizing it. So you're actually doing, you're going to burn out. I see so many people burn out. I see so many people go broke. They don't want to do it anymore. This is where we see these communities fail. They're trying to do it on their own. They don't really have a strategy, kind of winging it. They're not monetizing, and then they get burnt out, and then they don't want to do it anymore. Which then leaves your community in the lurch, because then it's like, hey, where'd my leader go? Like, I thought we were building a community here, but she's tired, right? She's tired doing it all on her own. So those are just a couple of the mistakes that come to mind. What we're building is pretty amazing. It's a thriving community of leaders all over the world. We're lifting each other up. We're supporting each other through thick and thin, and especially during the rough times like we've just been going through right now in the world. We are all banding together and supporting each other, and then able to then go out and support and serve our communities in a much stronger way. And we're all in this together. And by doing so, we're so much better able to make a bigger impact than if we're trying to do it individually, one by one, or on our own.
Amen, sister. And you're really speaking to people right now. If you're feeling alone, there's no need now. If you're feeling burnt out, you have someone who has your back. You have a guide. You have the opportunity to have a system in place that you can leverage to grow your business. I love the whole program. Love the premise, and I love that you're doing it, Michela, because you're an expert in guiding people. You have the knowledge and the wisdom and the success behind you to really take people by the hand, women who want to be leaders in their community, and help them leverage this platform so they can get more speaking opportunities, monetize that platform, grow their net worth. And you didn't say it in these words, but the way you grow, your net worth is in your network, right? I've been
Absolutely.
saying
Yeah.
that for a long time, but this is just another way to do that. So anything else you want to leave people with today?
Oh my goodness, we covered off a lot of ground today, and I just, I encourage you to think bigger. We are in a crazy time right now, and your message is important. Your words matter, and giving your voice, those words, whether it's speaking, whether it's written, that voice needs a platform. So I encourage you to plug in. If you're already a member of Women Speakers Association, then fantastic. Dig into the resources, dig into what we have going on here. If you're not a member, consider joining, because we're up to some incredible things here. And if you're considering launching or growing that platform, then please do reach out to us to learn more about the Global Business Connector program.
Absolutely. And just a couple of shout outs. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Marisol, watching on YouTube, that she just joined. And thank you so much for the likes, Dion and Cheryl. We'll be back with another episode of WSA TV Women's Premier Show, but this was a special episode to talk to you about the WSALive.com or the Global Business Connector program that Michela is in charge of. Thank you so much. The wisdom and the opportunity is incredible. Bye for now.
Bye.